Alright guys, so I wanted to recreate this video, the remedy strategy, so to bring some clarity, to the strategy, and as we started to, of course, use it more, just really break it down even simpler for you guys, and make sure you guys understand how to use the strategy so that you can start to make some money with it, right? Or rather, make more money with it because some people killing it, right? So I'm just gonna break this down even further for you guys. So as you guys know, this is the Harmonic Scanner, imlharmonicscanner.com. Now, the first thing with this strategy is that you've got to be able to draw a trend line. Right? You've got to be able to draw a trend line. So if you don't know how to draw trend lines, IML Academy, and start practice drawing your trend lines, right? Because trend lines are going to be very, very, very important with the strategy, with your trading period, right? So when you look at the harmonic scanner already tells you which direction the trade is looking to go in. All right. So when you look at the harmonic scanner, you see the entry is above your take profit. So you're looking for sells in the market. Right. Remember, this analysis was done up until this point right here. Okay. Everything else afterwards is basically showing the harmonic scanner to be accurate. Now, what we want to do is want to put some things in place so that we confirm our entries into the market. All right. So we want to know first and foremost, when we look at the harmonic scanner, is it telling us to buy or sell? Once we got the entry above our take profit, then we know, okay, we're looking for sells, right? We're looking for the market to come down. All right. So simple way to remember it, when you see stop loss, entry, take profit, SET, you're looking for sells. If it was the other way, TES, right? If it was TES, then you were looking for buys. We're going to talk about that. So just remember that, all right? So first and foremost, we're talking about sells first. Let's show something that, is a buy. Let's see. Okay, this for example, you're looking at CTES, right? Take profit, entry, stop loss. So your take profit is above your entry, so you're looking for buys, right? Another way to know is by this particular pattern. A very simple way to identify it. It looks like an M, right? You guys recognize it looks like an M. So when we see the M's in the market, we're looking for buys. All right. When we see, let's go back to the previous one. Just breaking down the scanner really quickly for you guys. When you see W's in the market, so like this, for example, you're looking for sells. All right. So, once you guys got that, then this is an easy way to know, am I looking for buys or sells in on a particular chart in the harmonic scanner. So I got that covered. Perfect. Now let's go. First thing we're going to do is we're going to change the chart to Hikinashi. So we're going to take these candles, change it to Hikinashi candles, right? So it's a lot cleaner. And then what we're going to do is we're going to remove the RSI. We're going to put the MACD, MACD. So you click indicators, and you type in MACD, click on it, and it comes up. Perfect. And what we can do with these lines right here, let's just make them a little bit thicker. So you click on this format button right here, and we're going to just increase this. You can see the lines getting thicker. Increase this, so these lines are going to be important, right? So we increase it so that we can see, and we click, just click OK, right? And boom. Now, when you look at the MACD, what we want to do is we want to identify the zero line, right? It's like a neutral area in the MACD. It's going to be important. I'll just show you guys where it is. So if you look to the right, you're going to see 0, right? This point right here. So what we're going to do there is, let's just put a horizontal line at that 0 line. You can't get it exactly on the 0. You put down the line, then you make it thicker, and then you can just go here to settings and go to coordinates. We're just going to put this at 0. Click OK. Cool. Let's be sure that we're at 0. That didn't work. So we're going to put this at 0. Not seeing it change, but yeah. So let's get as much as possible to 0. All right. So that could work, right? Cool. Now, so we got that. If you want to put the line to be black, do that so you can see it. Perfect. Now, let's break down the MACD, how it works, right? Now, basically, whenever what's going to be important is crosses in these lines as well as crosses over this 0 line, right? So once these 2 lines cross over, whether going down or coming up, that's important. And when these 2 lines basically cross over as well. So where, for example, you see this, right? You see this cross in the lines. So you see that cross right here. And then, like, for example, back here we see the cross, and here we see that cross. That's going to be important, right? So just give me the things to look out for. So now let's go through this. What you're going to do, like I said, the first thing you're going to do is we want to identify, when it comes to the harmonic scanner, if it's telling me to sell or buy, that's the first thing. So if it's telling me to sell, I want to identify the current uptrend, all right? Because we're looking for breaks in the trend line. The trend line that we're going to draw, we're looking for breaks in that trend line. So we're going to draw the trend line, and you guys should know how to draw trend lines, right? You want to see 2 or more bounces in the market. All right. Okay. So you want to see 2 or more bounces in the market. Got that split here, here, and then we're looking for where price is going to break. All right. Now, so we got our trend line in. You want to make that thicker, you can. We got our trend line in. All right. Now, 3 things we're looking for before we enter any trade. Number 1, we want to see this candle break our trend line and close below the trend line. So you see how it closed right below this trend line right here? So this is our first confirmation to enter the trade. So we get a break of the trend line and it closes below. Perfect. Confirmation number 1. All right. Confirmation number 2. You've got to see the red line above the blue line, right? You got to see the red signal line above the blue MACD line, all right? So confirmation number 2, boom, we got that. You can see that, all right? Now confirmation number 3, you've got to see both of these lines cross over this zero line we have right here. When they cross over, then it's clear for us to enter this trade. So boom, we got that cross, perfect. So we would have entered this trade on the cross of both candles, both lines, which would have been right here. We could have entered right here, and literally we're gonna go. So let's say you entered, you got in right here on this well, right here, let's say right here on this candle. You're gonna go for 10 to 20 pips in the market. So you can use this ruler right here to measure those pips. So let's see, start from right here. 10 pips is gonna put you right here. You're looking at the first two numbers, right? So that's 10 pips. 10 pips will put you right here. So you market, execute this trade, and then you can go in and put your take profit afterwards once you measured your 10 pips, right? So 10 to 20 pips. So that was 10. This is 20. You got your profit, you're out, right? You're out of the market. Now, don't set your stop loss no more than 1-to-1 of your take profit. So if you got your take profit at 10 pips, stop loss 10 pips. Right? Stop loss would have been right here. All right. So so it's 10 pips or the last height. For example, the last high in the market would have been right here. That would have been about 16 pips. Right? I tend not to advise persons to risk more than they're gonna gain. So, you know, move 1-to-1 with your trades depends on where your last high is. All right. So basically, very simple. Draw the trend lines. You want to identify the trend, the current trend. It was an uptrend, and we're looking for the sell to occur. Anytime we get a break in trend, you know, it's when we see changes in trends. All right. So once we got our break in the trend, perfect. We know, all right, our lines crossed over the zero line. Our red for sure is above the blue and it's pointing downward. We can absolutely enter this trade. All right. So perfect. We got the three confirmations. Boom, we're in 10 to 20 pips. We're out. All right. Let's do this again. Let's do this again. All these trades lower to the bottom, guys. On the when you look at the Harmonic scanner, there are trades that have passed. Right? These are trades that, you know, have basically that are basically further on in the Harmonic analysis. Right? Let me say, newer trades, newer trades are going to be at the top, you know, but you can still get set up. So I'm going to show you how. So USD CHF, you see this one. Let's delete some stuff. And some markings for this. All right. So when we look at this, first thing we want to identify is the Harmonic scanner saying buy or sell. You see the M pattern. So we're looking for a buy. Perfect. We got TES. So we're looking for a buy. Take profit is above the entry. Stop loss is at the bottom. We're looking for buys. Perfect. So what we're gonna do? We want to identify the current, right? The current downtrend. All right. Remember, it's just drawing trend lines. Okay. Just drawing trend lines. So we want to identify the current downtrend. Just remember that the Harmonic scanner is like any typical chart. So again, it doesn't matter where, you know, you rarely draw your trend line from. What matters is that you do have the trend line in. Okay. And then there's going to be times that you're going to see you could have multiple trend lines. All right. Just some stuff so you guys can understand. So I would have gone from the highest point you see on the chart and draw that trend line. So, you know, okay, this was trending downwards at this point, but the Harmonic scanner is calling for a buy. So I want to identify that so that I can know where to get in for that buy. All right. So again, what's the three confirmations we're looking for? Number one, we need to see a break in the trend line. Okay, so cool, boom, right here we got a break. Right, a break and a close above the trend line. So you see right here, that I break and that close above the trend line. Okay, right here. Now, second, we've got the red line is below the blue when it's going for buys. Okay, so the red line is below the blue and it's going for buys. So we can see that the red line is below the blue. Second confirmation. And the third confirmation, we want to see these two lines cross over, right? Cross over and pointing upwards for that buy. So boom, right here, we've got third confirmation. So when we look at it right here, we would have entered on this candle right there, right? So after the break, we basically entered on the next candle. Boom, 10 to 20 pips. 10 pips would have put us right here. 20 pips would have put us right here. All right. Stop loss would have been 10 pips right here, and you're good to go. Voila. Right. Very simple stuff. So got those confirmations. We can definitely go in for the trade. Let's run this again. We're just gonna go through all of them. NZD, JPY. All right, so what are we gonna do now? Again, let's drop in that zero line here real quick. As close to zero as possible. All right, don't want to be perfect, but as close as possible. Right? If you can't get it perfect, get it perfect. So that's the first thing. Secondly, we look at this chart, we can see M pattern, right? We can see this scanner is calling for a buy. Like, this is clear as day, right? M, right? M, so the scanner is calling for a buy. Cool. So everybody saw that. So now, right, and take profit above entry, stop loss at the bottom, TES, buys. So first thing, identify the downtrend. Identify the downtrend. Right. Right. So we got multiple touches right here. Got our trend line in. All right. Now, confirmation number one. Let's zoom in so we can see this clear. Confirmation number one, we need to see a break and a close above the trend line. All right. So we've got that right here. This candle, not this. This one wasn't sure, right? So let me clean up what this channel is on right above that way. Perfect. So this was not a break. This is a break. All right. This is a break. That is not a break. You want to see a break and a close above the trend line. So you see the candle close right here above. That is a break. So got that in. Confirmation number one. Perfect. Confirmation number two. You got to see the red line above the blue, below the blue, sorry, for buys. So we got that. And confirmation number three, these two lines need to cross over in my D line. All right. Boom. Got that right here. Confirmation number three. And you enter the trade. That cross happening right around here. Right around here. So you enter that trade basically on this candle. Right here. And 10 to 20 pips. You're up 10 pips. You want to go 20. You're not at 20 yet. This trade is still going. So this one is up 15 pips right now. Stop loss. You already know 10 pips or below the last low, which would have been right here. This is the last low. Stop loss right below it. It's about 10 pips. You're good to go. All right, perfect. Let's go again. I'm gonna go through all of them, as many so you guys can see. All right, so you guys can see. Remember, we're drawing trend lines. You want to be clear. So it doesn't matter really truly if it's from A, if it's from C. You know, you want to draw a trend line. You got to be able to identify the trend. So when you look at this chart, first thing we identify is a W. W is what we do, we sell. Okay, stop loss above the entry, take profit is below. SET, we're looking for sells. Now, because we're looking for sells, we want to identify the uptrend because we want to see a break in the trend so that we can get in for the sell. So let's say we draw a trend line from here. All right, multiple touches in the market. Okay, multiple touches in the market. Boom. So we got this, very close, here, here, here. All right, perfect. What is confirmation number one? Confirmation number one, we need to see a break in the trend line right here. First confirmation. First confirmation. Oops. All right, so we got a break in the trend line right here, close below. Perfect. Confirmation number two. We need that break in the zero line. All right, or rather first, we need that red line to be above the blue. Perfect. You know, for sells. So we got that, confirming, you know, that it's going for a sell. And then confirmation number three, cross line, both lines crossed over, and that was on this candle right here, as you can see. So we entered this trade looking 10 to 20 pips. We got 10 pips right here in the market, 20 pips. We have not got as yet, but 20 pips will basically be down here, right? So we got 10 pips in the market right here. Their stop loss would have been above the last high or 10 pips. So above the last high was right here, about 8 pips, but 10 pips, that's fine right here. You got a one-to-one trade. Simple stuff, guys, right? Very simple stuff. Let's go again. I'm gonna make sure you guys got it. All right, there's no way you cannot get this after this. It's very simple. Okay, let's keep it simple. So what I love is simplicity. I'll show you guys this. First thing we're looking for, W pattern. Boom, 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 boom. So we're looking for sells. SET, stop loss above the entry, entry above the take profit. Perfect. We're looking for sells. So we gotta identify the uptrend in the market. Now, this is where I'm gonna show you guys something. This is the only exception with GBP pairs, so GBP USD, GBP NZD, GBP CAD, GBP JPY. GBP usually gives you more pips. So with GBP pairs, you can go with 2 confirmations. 3 is best, 2 is good, right? I'll show you guys what I mean. So first thing we do, you know, as you guys know, get that line in, perfect. Now we want to get our trend line in. Now, like I said before, you can have multiple trend lines. So we go from the lowest point, get our trend line drawn in. Right? So let's get that trend line in. Alrighty, boom. And like I said, you can have multiple trend lines. Right? So for this case, let's drop another trend in. And this allows, by just practice, you know, being able to identify trend lines, being able to identify trends, all right? So we got multiple touches, so it's a valid trend line. So with GBP pairs, the 2 confirmations you can work with, you can, you know, work with this line. Once the red is above the blue, and you got a break in the trend line, you can enter your trade. right? So like where these lines basically cross over, right? And you get a break in the trend, you can literally get 10 pips very, very easy, right? So, these lines cross, spread apart, the red is above the blue, perfect. So we know we're getting cells, and we got a break in the trend line, right? You can literally enter this for the sell, right? So literally once I got this, a break in the trend right here, and then this kind of starts to form, I would enter this trade 10 pips because 10 pips is very, very short. Like right here is about 10 pips, right? Right about here is about 10 pips. You can for sure, get 10 to those 10 to 20 pips. The stop loss is going to be 10 pips, which is right here or above the last high, right? So you see that candle right here, that wick, right above there, 10 pips, right? This is our last high. Simple. All right. So we're gonna check this back to see how this plays out. See if this hits our take profit. So our stop loss is right here. If before we finish this recording, we can see what happened. All right. So 10 pips was around this area right here. So we're gonna see. All right. Let's go through another one. Inside the CAD. All right. Now, here's the other thing. If it's not clear, like where to draw the trend line, leave out the trade. Like this just looks like consolidation here right here. Like you can't clearly see, to buy or sell. The pattern, yeah, it shows you an M, so you're looking for buys, but there's nowhere to draw your trend line. I can't see for sure like where am I gonna put my trend line, with this particular trade. All right, so if it's not clear, leave it out. Don't try to force it. All right, don't try to force it. But for this, scanner call for buys. All right, scanner call for buys from here. You see TES, perfect. And you can't really identify where to draw the trend line. So personally, I would just leave it out. Okay. Euro USD. All right, so you can see M pattern, M equals buy, TES. All right, down here is the stop loss. You can see it, but that's where it is. And we're looking for buys. First thing, let's put this in. Zero line in, boom. Trend line, let's get that in as well. Multiple touches. All right, multiple touches. And you guys already know what we're waiting for. Red is below the blue. So confirmation number one. We haven't got a break in the trend line yet, so we're not entering this trade. And the lines haven't crossed the MACDs yet, so we're not entering this trade. Okay, so you can leave it out. Next thing, let's do another one. The CAD. All right, so all these are trades that are basically like setting up. So draw your trend. We said you can have multiple trends. Multiple trends. But of course, you're not entering unless you get that confirmation, right? So confirmation number one, it's not there as yet. Red line needs to be below the blue. Confirmation number two, we need to get a break in the trend line. Confirmation number three, we need the lines to cross over the zero line. So these trades are basically not ready yet. Okay. GBP CAD. All right. Same here. Trend line in. And you can have multiple trends. Once again, touches in the market. Okay, great. First thing we need for these two lines to cross, because we need the red above the blue, right? Below the blue, sorry. For this to show us that we're gonna buy, because we can see it's an M pattern. The take profit is above the entry, stop losses at the bottom. So we need to see the break in the trend. We need to see these lines cross, and because it's a GBP pair, when those lines cross and you get a break in the trend line, you can enter that trade for your 10 pips. All right. So guys, I know this was pretty simple. It's just ready to implement it now. Try to make this as simple as possible. Let's see what happened with GBP USD. Anything at all. Perfect. Boom. Look at that. And I think that was there before. Yeah, this is dollar candle right here. Yeah, we're still on this candle. We're still on this candle. So no movement is yet. We would be in profit about 6 pips. Take profit is right here. So yeah, just to implement the strategy, draw your trend lines. Practice drawing trend lines. Right? Practice drawing trend lines. If you've got to open up trading view, open up trading view and just go on the chart. Just go to something here. Just go on the chart and just draw in lines. Draw in trend lines. Practice seeing trend lines. Right? Practice seeing trend lines. So let's go to the chart. Start to drawing trends. Right? You already know to identify a trend. Start to draw the trends. Start to draw trends. Up trends, you do it from the bottom. Down trends, do it from the top. Start to draw your trends. Start to draw trends. Start to draw trends. All right? Start to draw trends. That's it. That's it. Just implement it. Learn, get familiar, seeing trends, so that when you go on the Harmonic scanner, it's easy to identify a trend. Right? It's easy to identify a trend. So uptrends and downtrends, uptrends and more downtrends. That's it. Right? That's all you're doing. Identify trends. Identify them. Right? You know what validates the trend, so just start to draw those trend lines in. Okay? Start to draw those trend lines in. Very simple. Very simple. Okay, very simple. Get familiar with it. Go on the chart, start to draw them. It's not complicated. We make things complicated. Don't make it complicated, guys. All right, so hope this helped you. This was of assistance to you. Use the strategy because it works. Leverage your Harmonic scanner. Up to now, I still leverage your Harmonic scanner. You know why? Because it's an added confirmation. So if we go to enter a trade and it's here on the scanner, like this move in the direction we want, and it's here on the scanner, then it's like added confirmation. It got my trend line in, boom, it broke my trend. We got the cross, we know the red is above the blue, so it's a GBP pair. We can go on those two confirmations. We enter the trade and we are good to go. Currently in profits on this particular one that I just showed you guys. Probably just about 7-8 pips in profit. 2 more pips, you hit your take profit. All right. So, yeah, guys, I hope this, again, like I said, helped you. implement the strategy, man, because it works. I've seen persons, earn 28,000 and stuff in 4 months utilizing the strategy. I've seen persons take $50 accounts to 305 days using the strategy. I've seen persons make thousands of dollars in a week using the strategy. You can win using this, right? So I know a lot of you want to learn by yourself, but leverage your products to make money while you are learning, all right? While you're learning. So with that being said, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you guys at the banks cashing those checks.